Alright, today we're going to be jumping back into the Bitcoin price action, but not only that, we're going to cover a meme coin that I had talked about previously in my top 5 favorite meme coins in crypto, and the reason we're covering it today is because I did actually just sell a large portion of it, not because anything fundamentally changed with the project or I think that there's anything wrong with the project necessarily, but just because it's reached prices where I am comfortable selling it. That's going to be SPX6900. Chart's going absolutely parabolic. It's the second 100x I've called on this channel, so that's pretty cool, but we'll talk about that in just a second. Real quickly, we'll go over the Bitcoin price action, talk about where we are here, and is this one of the reasons I sold? Am I bearish on Bitcoin, and that's why I'm taking some profits on meme coins, and not necessarily here either. I'm actually rotating these profits into another coin, which you might be able to guess by the Vipers on my profile pic. You'll have to figure out which one that is. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin. So I had said yesterday that the bulls really needed to step in, that we were showing some weakness, not exactly the best reaction at this volume level, at the volume cluster within here, but the bears aren't really showing a lot of strength either, right? There's a lot of choppiness going on right now. Bitcoin is showing this is a level of support for sure. We go ahead and turn on all of our indicators over here, which is basically going to be this visible range volume profile. You can see the volume we're kind of holding within here if I zoom out to get the whole range, and you can see we are in fact just sitting right within this point of control. So the big question is, can we actually get above this, flip that into support? Because right now we definitely have not escaped the volume. We want to get outside of this to the upside so we can have all of that support below us. Right now we are stuck at a lot of resistance, but we are close to breaking through. So we're at a big deciding point on the chart, and I think a lot of it might even just depend on what charts outside of crypto do, such as the Russell 2K. We see this is coming back down to the big supportive level of the value area low. We see the S&P 500 is still just showing a lot of strength right here, making a similar structure to Bitcoin, kind of just consolidating. So we'll see how these charts do react. We'll see what the DXY does. Is this going to swing fail the highs? Because we have now made a higher high. So let's see if this is a deviation back within, or if this actually is going to be a breakout back test. We definitely do not want the breakout back test over here on the dollar, because this is inversely correlated with Bitcoin. Now we also see Bitcoin dominance is continuing to the upside, so we'll see if this high does in fact get broken, kind of at a critical point here, if this is going to become a lower high for the altcoin season. Kind of interesting that we are seeing meme coins going parabolic with Bitcoin dominance coming up, and you could say that's a sign that the market is fully topped and that we're going to enter the bear market. In my opinion though, the fact that you're seeing stuff like this isn't necessarily the biggest warning sign, because these coins did build in the bear market. I only buy communities that have built in the bear market, and I think those are just running first, foreshadowing the gains that we could see from other coins in the future. But yeah, essentially this low looks potentially good on Bitcoin. I like that these are lower lows here. That means that every time this comes down, it is sweeping the liquidity. If these were higher lows, well, you might think that was structurally more bullish. It actually gives a sign that we might actually have to grab all those positions before heading on up. You look at open interest, and open interest did come down a bit on these lows. We still haven't seen a big flush on open interest though. We look over here at something like Binance, no big flushes on open interest besides the one we had back here at the first low from October 1st. So still waiting to see if we are going to get that big sweep, maybe down to around 58.5, 58K. That would make a lot of sense in my opinion. But what we do see is interesting, because open interest was rising into these lows right here. As you can see, CVD was going down actually though, so a lot of shorts actually got trapped. So this might just be a short squeeze. We might just be trapping a short right now rather than flushing longs. That is always a possibility on the chart. So we'll see what does in fact play out. The order flow doesn't really tell us too much, other than if we are to get a higher high, if we are to get above volume, then yeah, those shorts are going to be officially trapped, and the chances are that you would flip all that volume back into support and head on up. So definitely just going to be watching the price action. The levels are the levels, and we can only react once price does start moving. So those are my thoughts on the charts overall today. Now let's talk about SPX6900, one of my favorite meme coins out there. I really do think they have the second best community in all of crypto. Like I said, they built in the bear market, and they've been through a lot. Back here at the lows, one of their team members sold. It was all the way back over here in January. One of their team members sold, dumped the chart. I think it was only like $20,000 that they sold, but at the time, at this market cap, that was quite a bit of money. You can see this red candle right here was a team member selling, but it was not a vital team member. I think it was like a community manager or something like that. I have no idea actually. And the community held strong. They accumulated the lows, and anybody that bought down here, which I actually did buy a little bit, I bought mostly actually more recently, but you were up from this low, I think over 300x at this point. You can see right here, measure tool is going to be hard to kind of identify that low. I think this is actually a bit above it, but yeah, 18,000%. If I can get this right on it, it'll give us the full 300x, I believe. Let's see if I can get this right on it. We're going to come right down to that low. There you go. Let's move this out of the way. 20,000%. Okay, so about a 200x. Obviously, I'm having a hard time actually gauging that measure tool at that low because any little variation is going to give you a drastic difference on that percentage up there. So yeah, we'll just say around a 100 to 300x there, definitely well over 100x. And now on the weekly time frame, even in just the last month, we have seen this over a 30x. So from this low down here, we're looking at, well, coming up on a 30x right now, and that's where I look to sell. I think just going based off of MOG, which is my favorite coin, you saw that do around a 34x from the recent low to the end of the parabola. I think this is where stuff kind of runs out of steam. Market cap's getting up to about $200 million. I think it's a good time to take some profit. I'm not selling all of it, but I did sell about half. But yeah, other than comparing this to other charts just on a percentage basis, just gauging market caps and evaluations, is there really any TA you can do on this? Well, you can say we got a red candle. Usually during parabolas, whenever you get your first big red candle, it's only a couple of days after it, you have two big green candles, and then that's where the top actually does come in. So I do think this will probably run up a little bit higher, but I wasn't waiting on that. I do think it will run up to about 0.25, maybe 0.26 at the most there before it does finally correct, and I might be taking some more profit off the table. I'm going to wait for that though, but I'm not trying to nickel and dime percentages here because I do know when these charts roll over, they do go pretty fast, but I do think this could actually be a potential support line. If we really are in a bull market, then we probably wouldn't see much of a correction here, and we definitely could see something like that play out on the charts going forward into the next couple of months. I'm not saying if you are really into the community to sell your bags necessarily, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about this, shout it out if anybody did buy it off that video I made, top 5 favorite meme coins. I rated this one pretty highly, and while I do still think it has a lot of potential to run, I think this is a $1 billion market cap play. I'm not going to say to go ahead and buy any of it right now. I kind of just wanted to look at it because it has put my portfolio to a new all-time high. So yeah, this goes to show even in a choppy market where a lot of altcoins are underperforming, where Bitcoin dominance is going down, there's always place to be made. Crypto is a volatile enough space where if you do your research, you look into the fundamentals, mainly on the community and tokenomics, that you will be able to make a lot of money, but it definitely is not something that is easy to do or a guaranteed to be able to do. At the end of the day, a lot of this is going to come down to luck. But if you do have any questions about anything I talked about or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Also have a VIP Discord down below that's more for leverage trading to provide value to you guys. It's not a signals group, but I can also cover anything else crypto related. If you wanted to have one-on-one time with me, talk about whatever, you can go ahead, click on that link down below, read it through, decide for yourself if it's worth the money or not. It is 25% off right now, by the way. Also down below, you'll see a bunch of exchanges. Those are my exchange partners that all offer their own perks and benefits and exclusive rewards and bonuses to those of you that use my referral links to sign up. So don't miss out on that. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.